as Christians, is it right for us as actresses to be in, like, to play the part of Angel, strip down to where she was, and we have to think too that this is not just them, but we have technicians, we have all these other people watching her.
I know for me personally, if I was the age of Angel and somebody said, hey, whatever, I feel like that is crossing a line. And I would not feel comfortable crossing the line, even for art.
Well, and I don't even think it's for art. I think that right now we're talking about for evangelism's sake. Is it okay to be naked?
No.
To win the lost?
I would say no.
I would say it's very unfair to say she was naked. So, the film set is a very professional space, and it's not, I think, the space that we would think, like, oh, there's a naked woman over there. Like, they're all there for a reason, there for a purpose. And even being on the tech side, let me tell you how stressful it is to be running a camera, to be running lights, and how much money goes into it. Nobody's there thinking...
Well, no. I'm thinking what you're saying is it okay for a woman to go that far with as little clothing as that she could possibly have on to say, hey everybody, this is an evangelical movie, come on out, get your Jesus, right?
Yes, but they would never say it like that. This is a real, raw, gritty, horrifying, makes you uncomfortable because the sin is uncomfortable movie that will draw you to God in a way that it showed you that she had to get to the end of herself to then reach out and ask God for forgiveness. So I would say yes. I would say yes.
So the end justifies the means.
Yes.
So you think so?
And I think that they could have they could have done things a little bit differently and still gotten the message across.
Me too.
Way back in the day, they used to have movies where the man and the woman, all they did was look at each other, and you knew something was going to happen.
So let's say Reba gives you a script for Overshadow. We want everybody to come to know Jesus and see his love. But to do that, we are going to have them show them gyrating with a man who is not their husband. And like, am I right to ask that when I know that it's to win people to the Lord? I'm just going to get down and ask it.
I still don't think it's necessary.
Because I feel like I think it would depend. Because for me, your audience is the reason why you would put on the things you put on. And I would say these people knew their audience was going to be huge. They're putting this in theaters. They're like a lot of different people, a lot of different age groups are seeing this. Okay. I would say for your audience, it's a little different audience. So I would say no in that circumstance, but I'd say circumstantial.
So if I asked you to have a part where you're gyrating with another guy.
Here I wouldn't because I know the audience.
On a From the Wings episode.
Our 8 viewers?
Hello, we have 80. 83.
No, we don't. 50. We have 50 subscribers?
Yeah, but we have 83 viewers.
Yes. If you said, we're going to make a major film, pray about it, ask if God is leading you toward being this actress, you're the one that we really want in it, I might pray about it.
Wow. I think that what I have a problem with is that now we're putting my stamp of this is a film for Christians, by Christians, for you, and it's not a lot different than everything else is, and we're like, that's okay.
So you haven't done any plays about the sex trade, right?
I have not.
But the shows that you do, you are very careful. If people aren't married or dating, they're not going to be kissing on the stage. I mean, those are just wonderful
things. Very
things.
Conservative.
That is very, but it's
and most Christians come to me and say that they don't care; they'll kiss anybody they ask them to.
But it's protecting the heart of the
most
artist.
Most of the guys are gross.
Are you with me?
I am.
It's protecting the heart of the artist, and I think that's what
That's what I was trying to say, I think. And I think that that's why I was like, is that okay to ask another Christian to do that? And is it okay to, like, I think that, and I could be wrong, but I think that if you sold yourself into the arts and consistently had to play naked and acting like you were in a sexual act with different men, even if it was for the cause of Christ and you had to do it over a period of time, I think it would affect your soul.
I do too.
Soul,
Yes. Like,
I would say it depends
Soul,
on
spirit.
I would say it depends
Spirit,
on
not gonna-
my
you're not gonna lose
relationship
your-
with Christ. I would say the stronger the Christian, the more we can endure. And I would say the weaker the Christian, the less. And that's where I would say, like, yes,
Yeah, but
not
you know,
kissing.
I think
you
you
don't
would get
know
desensitized.
the wiles of the enemy.
Yeah.
The wiles of the enemy. He's
No,
very,
and
that's why I
very,
said
very
over a
crafty.
period
to
of
God be
time.
the glory, he chose to put me in missions. He chose to stick me in Chicago. Like, I'm not in, you know. But I would say it depends on the person's
But what if you're
conscience.
kissing somebody that you're not married to?
Mm-hmm.
So what if? So let's say
That
Matt.
depends on your conscience. So you guys are from a generation where I'm not going to kiss someone I'm not married to.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people
Yeah.
are, what's Tinder for?
Is it a possibility that it's because we've become
Desensitized
desensitized
because we're watching
because
all
we're
this
watching
smut.
it on television and in
Yes,
movies
yes,
and we're coloring
yes.
it up?
But this movie did not exist. This movie,
No,
I would not
everything.
say. I wouldn't say this movie would be a cause to. I don't think this movie is part of the desensitization.
Yeah.
I would say this movie is a product of the desensitization in the sense that they
Yeah.
know who their audience is. Their audience is
Yeah.
desensitized. How do you get to a desensitized audience? You do have to have the grit, have the raw, but then have the
I
message.
think she's gonna make a lot of people want to go out and see this movie.
Can we do the thing again where you go me and me and me
Okay. So for now, this has been just me
And me.
and me?
from the Wings. And we're out! Oh, yay! I think this should be a regular.
I think it would be cute. Like, what if we actually did like films?
Yeah, I think we should do films and I think we should do plays.